But we need these acid-tongued comedians that'll just come in here and just say what's going on.
Yep, it's true. Yeah, I mean, they're so few and far between nowadays. Robin Williams, thank you, Robert, in chat. Yeah, another amazing. Yeah, dude, so many good. The ones who are the best are all gone. I mean, we still have some pretty good comedians still out there. I mean, I think Kevin Hart's pretty funny. Dave Chappelle is a freaking.
He's a powerhouse.
He's one of the best out there. Eddie Murphy, I think he's actually starting to do comedy again. Like,
really?
I heard a rumor that Eddie Murphy might be like doing stand up again. I don't know if that's actually true or not. I would hope so, because I grew up watching Raw, his stand up comedy, full leather suit. Like, man, Eddie Murphy. I remember everyone in the room, me and my family watched it. I mean, I was a teenager, young, like I was maybe like 14 when I watched it. I'd never heard so many swear words in my life, but it was hilarious.
It was incredible. And because you had Eddie Murphy at the same time as Bill Cosby on stage.
Yeah. I don't really remember Bill Cosby as much. I think that was before my time.
Yeah, he was very like,
yeah.
You gotta change your mindset when you go back like 10, 20, 30 years. But he was like a big on family comedy and stuff. So, he'd do jokes about chocolate cake and his kids are getting into that or something like that,
Yeah.
And apparently he called Eddie Murphy and said, hey, maybe you should ease it up on the swearing. And
really?
Eddie was really, and Eddie was kind of taken aback because Eddie was the starting comedian and Bill Cosby was like the man, right?
Right.
So Eddie Murphy then calls Richard Pryor and asks.
Another great Richard Pryor. Love him.
Because there's like three main top black comedians, and he just had to go call the other one. And Richard Pryor's on the other end of the spectrum.
He was definitely spicy.
He was real too. I love that. Yeah. But he called Richard Pryor and asks, "What do I do? Does Bill have a point?" And Richard Pryor says, "Did you make him laugh? Did you get paid? Well, then go tell Bill to shut up and eat a Coke or drink a Coke."
Drink a Coke. That's funny.
Yeah, just get paid. If
shout
people
out to the greats. Yeah,
people are laughing. Paid, the comedy's working. If the people are laughing,
boom.
People aren't laughing anymore. People are angry. What's up with that? It's like a Puritan revolution.
Dude, I hate that. I love to laugh. I love being happy and smiling, and I want that for others. I've just. Why would you choose to be angry if you could be happy? I mean, now I understand that the difference. People are like, well, I mean, there's a real reason to be angry. I'm like, well, okay, that's not choosing to be angry. That's someone actually making or not someone, something, anything could make you angry, but to remain angry, right? To remain a victim is then choosing to victimize yourself instead of, all right, something happened to me. Now what I do in the future, now that it's in the past, what do I do now? I don't know, that it feels like we're losing that. We're losing that energy of being able to move forward and stuff. I don't know.
It's a lot of tumblers coming into place right now because you have the sort of dying of comedy. It's not dying. I hate to say that. It's going to make a comeback. It's having its own COVID-19 right now. Comedy's having its own problem. It'll get better, but
I hope so.
It's one thing to not laugh at a joke and be like, listen, you can't joke about that. Even Norm, I think, didn't like someone joking about the Bible because he's got a lot of convictions about that. He says, you really got to know it before you joke about it. And that's Norm, right? But there's one thing to silence somebody who's trying to make a joke.
He makes it, if you're gonna critique something, which I think comedy is really like a critiquing of sorts, right? I mean, you the best comedy is laced with truth, and that's why people understand it more and gravitate to it. So that's why I needed to vote this year. Last year, I was like, I critique the government. If I don't vote, I'm not participating. I pay my taxes, and now I can say I vote and I pay my taxes. I'm going to criticize all of the politicians because they work for me, period. Yeah. So it's we got to have that energy more often.
And remember that the internet may be a flippant place for a lot of people, but these memes can put people into the White House. And literally comedy. I mean, you go to like a rally or something, you go to like a Trump rally, there's jokes. The side that's laughing, the side that's willing, he's making fun of himself. Like, hey, turn off those lights. I look orange, that sort of thing. If you're willing to make fun of yourself, that's a good sign.
Huge.
if you're going to silence somebody who's making fun of you, like maybe the Clintons would want to do with Norm Macdonald, right? That's the signs of a tyrant. And so making a joke at someone's expense is how you find out. Yeah, it's how you find out who somebody is. You ever had somebody on your team and you try to make a little bit of fun of them, but they're so full of themselves they just can't take it and they get real defensive, but then that just makes everybody want to pick on them more. There's a real utility in doing that. Oh yeah,
I can think of a few people.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna apply it necessarily to that situation, but it is to me, in 100% of the situations I've been in, it's a sign that you're working with someone who's a little toxic. You know, the inability to joke around and be joked on, to get to get roast. That's why we had roasts too. Like,
I'm sorry, it's just so good. All right, let's move on.